So apparently I like doing jersey ranking videos because that's what most of my channel, or not most of it, but the majority of the videos are probably that. But here we are ranking the outdoor games jerseys from 2003 to 2020. All the outdoor games played and the jerseys used in them, and some of them were not made for each game. Most of them were, but some of them weren't. Some of them just used their normal old jersey. So they're still in here, and they're not all at the bottom either. Although they do kind of lose some of their ranking spots just for being unoriginal. But at the same time, if I really like them, they're up a little higher. And the jersey at the bottom, which is 59th place, there's 59 of them. I think there's an uneven number because the Rangers, they wore one in two different games, one with the Islanders and one with the Devils. But yeah, 59th place is not a it's a jersey that was made specifically for the game, so it wasn't just some reusing of their normal jerseys or anything like that. It's Los Angeles Kings 2015 Stadium Series. I'm not a big fan of it. I'll show you here. This is what the uniform looks like. It's just I don't know. To me, it just does not look good. The worst part, and the thing you'll find that I really don't like, though, is when the stripes don't go all the way around. And so I'll show you this next picture. Muzzin, look at down by, like, just under his armpit area. And it's just like, that's how it ends. That's the transition to the back. It's so bad. And just to begin with, it's not even that great of a jersey. So that is number 59. Number 58, I have the Pittsburgh Penguins 2014 Stadium Series, and I'm not a fan of that style. I'm not a fan of the colors, and I never really have been. Like, I love when they have their yellow, their more yellow jerseys. I think those are so good, and I'm glad they went back to them. I forget, it was between their first and second Stanley Cup of the 2010s. So 2016, 2017, I think is when they went back to them, and I'm so glad they did, because I do not like the color scheme that they had before, and this just it really shows me I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know. Here's the team wearing them. I'm just not a fan of these. Most of these are just personal taste. But yeah, number 57, Montreal. Just because they didn't change it up, but also because it's my least favorite of all the ones that they didn't change it up. So this is just their normal jersey. They just wore it in 2011 for the Heritage Classic. And so out of all the ones where they just wore their normal jersey, this was the one that I put the lowest down, because I don't know. There's PK and David Desharnais. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I've never been a big fan of this jersey. I like it better when it's a white jersey with the stripe in the middle. Just this style is not my favorite. For number 56, one thing you're gonna learn is that I'm also really, really not a fan of when they shorten their nicknames and put it on the jerseys. So at number 56, we have Caps, and it's not too bad of a jersey. Like, it's not. It's got a decent scheme going on with the striping and the colors, and I don't mind that much. I just do not like that it says Caps. Like, it's like the jersey that says Bolts, or the jersey that says Sens. And I think when I ranked all the jerseys a couple of years ago, Sens was like the third last, my third least favorite. my opinion has changed. The Sens one is actually the worst. Like, I can't stand that jersey. I just think it looks so bad. Especially that it says Sens. I just think that it just doesn't belong. And I think the nice thing about hockey sweaters is you can put a nice logo on there. And I'm not a big fan of the Capitals logo anyway, but just to make it even worse, it just says Caps, and it's like, yeah. So for me, it's number 56. And there's the jersey during the actual games being worn by the players. And, it's not, again, it's not bad. Like the striping, the colors, they're not bad. They look pretty decent, but I just do not like the fact that it says Caps, and that's why it's so far down. The next bunch, what is it, 55? I actually don't mind. I actually think they're not bad at all. So, number 55, we have the New York Islanders 2014 Stadium Series jersey. And, it's not bad. It's probably the lowest, but out of those that are not bad, but it's not too bad. There's the players wearing them. But I think, that I'm not sure when they redesigned it, but they used this as an alternate. They might still use it even this year, but last year they definitely used it as an alternate, and I really like that alternate. So this is kind of the lesser version of that alternate. The original for the Stadium Series where they played against the Rangers. But it's a good jersey. It's just the lowest of the ones that I don't mind. 54, the Nashville Predators 2020 Winter Classic. It's all right. The text looks nice, but again, just being a text jersey in general, it's not really an attention getter to me. And I don't know, attention getter. It doesn't need to be an attention getter, but I don't know. I like it when there's a logo rather than just writing. But it's a nice enough jersey. But then you see that the stripe, again, doesn't go all the way around, and I just can't handle that. I just think that mid part of the jersey just looks so bad. Oh, and you don't put it all the way around, so that's why this is getting docked. You're going to find that a lot of jerseys get docked for that. I just think that the inconsistency is just like, I don't know. I just think it's really bad. I don't like when stripes don't go all the way around. And there are a few jerseys that, like in the NHL right now, like the Florida Panthers, they have this. It doesn't go all the way around. The Minnesota Wild's home jersey doesn't go all the way around. And it's just like, I mean, you could have figured out something with making the numbers some other way. I don't know. Anyway. Number 53, Philadelphia Flyers. This is the one I was thinking, like, I don't remember this being a Winter Classic jersey. I just remember this being the Flyers jersey. So, but I guess they adopted it afterward. I went back and looked at the 2010 Stanley Cup run, and they did have different jerseys, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So this one's just low, maybe just because it feels to me like it's not an original thing, but it is. I think it actually is, unless it was like an alternate. And but no, it's also not my favorite, but it's still a nice jersey. So anyway, that's why it's down here at 53. There's Mike Richards, Carcillo, Pronger, in game wearing the jersey, and so yeah. Number 52, Toronto Maple Leafs Centennial Classic jersey. I'm not a big fan of a lot of Maple Leafs jerseys, and this is, I think, obviously because it's rated this low, but ranked this low. But this is my least favorite out of all their Winter Classic, whatever Classic, Centennial Classic, I guess is this one. Jerseys, yeah. There's just a lot better, but I will give it credit because it does go all the way around. The striping goes all the way around, and I think that is the way all jerseys with those kind of stripes in the middle should be. And so props for that. It would have been lower, honestly, if it wasn't for that. I definitely saw that and was encouraged, so I bumped it up a little bit. But I don't know. It's not my favorite. Anyway, 51 as another Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. A little better, but still not my favorite. There is it in action. And then number 50, we have the Flyers 2019 Stadium Series jerseys, and this is where they had the weird helmets with them. There you go. Yeah, weird helmets. Number 49, Los Angeles Kings from 2020. It actually doesn't look too bad, and that's why it's gone up a bit. But it just seems like there is a lot lacking. But it is kind of cool, actually. At first when I saw it, I was like, that's it? But the more I see it, I'm like, it's actually kind of cool. But it's still pretty low down, because it's not got that much to it, which sometimes is good. Like, you'll actually hear me say in the future, like, I like the jerseys that are clean. Like, I like the clean jerseys, the jerseys that look clean. And this is a clean looking jersey, but this one's almost too it's too lacking to be higher, I think. And there's Jonathan Quick wearing it in game. The numbers on the back, you can kind of see him there, but yeah, it's not bad, but there's a lot of jerseys that are not bad. So the next one, number 48, is the Detroit Red Wings. Not as much of a fan of this one. I do like the numbers on the back and that style, but yeah, again, I'm not a huge fan of this one, but it is not bad. It's still a good jersey, and so I'll give it that for sure. Maybe it would be better if the Red Wings logo was there alone and it didn't say Detroit. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I it's good, but it's not that good. So 47, Dallas Stars. I like the idea that they put the logo on here. The jersey itself, it does look retro, and that's what it's supposed to be. To me, it's not as good at looking of a jersey, but it does its job. It totally does its job, and it was nice to see them come out with this. And it seems like it's something new too. It's not completely new, I know, but yeah. Anyway, Dallas Stars 2020. They got the brown pants with it. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, that is that. 46, Detroit Red Wings Centennial Classic. I actually like this one. I know it's kind of like one of the more boring ones, but I like it. It's clean. It's got that nice silver stripe. It's like 10 times better than the one they came out with the reverse retro, because that was just nothing. It seemed. This one's got some more stripes, and then it's got the nice silver band. I like that silver band. It's got the years on them. And then there's them celebrating. The numbers look kind of shiny too. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a picture. Wow. No, there's got to be some kind of shininess to it that is in the material, but I don't know. I like that. I think that looks good. I don't know. That's why it's higher up. Number 45, the Rangers from their Stadium Series. This is the one that was worn twice. I like this one. But not as much as others. That's basically what I have to say about it. There's Rick Nash and Cam Talbot and some bagpipe players, and yeah, it's good, but it's not the best. Number 44, another New York Rangers. I like the Shield logo. To me, I don't know. That kind of like, I don't know what you call it, creamy-ish color instead of white, off-white, or I don't know I don't know if you call that eggshell. I'm not up on my colors very well, but the off-whiteness of it, it makes it seem to me like a little less clean, and I don't know. I like the cleanness of jerseys sometimes, so to me, that's why it's lower. But I do really like the logo. I like that they have the shield like that. It's a little different, but I think it looks better than not necessarily the Rangers logo, but if they were to put that logo on a jersey, I think this one does better with the jersey. than the more rectangular-ish type one. So yeah, I like it. I like this, but again, I think the off-white is what kind of brought it down a little bit for me. Number 43, Colorado Avalanche. This one, I like it. I like the concept, but when you get on the ice, it just looks like it's someone wearing a bib. That's why it's so low. I just like, it's a cool design. The design is really good, but just putting it onto the neck part, and I don't know what they would have done, because it might have looked weird too if the neck was blue and it cut off the top of the mountain and like it was the volcanoes instead of the Avalanche. But I don't know. It's interesting. It just looks to me like a bib. It doesn't translate as well as the actual design when you actually see it on the ice on the players. It just again looks like they're wearing bibs, but it is nice. But yeah, 42. I got the Boston Bruins, the bear one. I remember seeing this in, I don't know, one of the older video games, NHL games, and being like, oh, that's cool. Not necessarily this one, but like a similar one with that bear and that Boston with that kind of goes around it like that. Basically the same logo almost, just a different jersey. But I remember seeing that and being like, oh, that's cool. Why don't they use that? It actually has the bear on it and not just the bee. But that was when I was little. I kind of like the bee. I think it's pretty classy, but this is still good. Just not as high as some others. There's Chara wearing it, and yeah, so this is from 2016 Winter Classic. 41, Ottawa Senators 2014 Heritage Classic, and it is classic. I do like the O, but again, the off-white just kind of makes it seem like, it's good, but it's not as clean of a look. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about that. It's just personal taste, right? But yeah, to me, it's 41. 40 is Los Angeles for 2014. I like this one. I like the big crown there. I like when they have the crown logo. I prefer it to I don't know, what do you call it? The shield thing? I don't know. But basically their logo now. I definitely prefer this to that, and I think it looks better. And the gray on here looks good too. There's it on the players. And yeah, I mean the neck, that could be better, but that's really my only complaint. It's just that the other ones, the other 39, I feel like are higher. So this is like higher than just they're not bad, they're pretty good. This is more like, okay, these are starting to get good. So I like these, and of course, like, I haven't even gone to some of the ones that were not designed for the game, that they were just wearing the regular jerseys. So we got some more regular jerseys, and I don't know. I feel like maybe I did rank them a little too high, but I just like the original jerseys sometimes, I guess. But don't worry, they're not like the top of the top. So they're coming up pretty quick. Number 39, Montreal Canadiens. And at first I thought this was a little boring, but just kind of looking at it more, it just seems like a nice, clean thing, a nice clean jersey, and just that looks nice. And maybe it's just the pictures I saw. There's Jamie Benn, but yeah, just a nice clean jersey. The numbers on the back being blue. Actually, they might normally be blue, but I don't know. I think it looks good. I think those jerseys are nice. Number 38, the normal Montreal jersey, the one they wore in 2003 for their first outdoor game that wasn't exhibition, because I think there was a 90s one that was outside too, something to do with the Kings. But anyway, this is the first one that counted, I think. So it's at least where I started this. So 2003 Heritage Classic, Montreal Canadiens. Just basically their normal jersey, their classic jersey. I love it. Nice red lines here. Oh, you don't see it here, but I know these jerseys. The lines go all the way around. The stripes in the middle, they go all the way around. There's Theodore with his toque on, the classic Classic. Theodore wearing his toque. I love that. But anyway, that's not why it's so high. I just like the jerseys for sure. And even though they're normal jerseys, I guess they did go vintage in some way. Like, it's not exactly, but it's basically their normal jerseys. So that's number 38. Number 37, the Capitals 2011 Winter Classic. This isn't, this is normally like not something I rank so high. But I don't know. This one does. I don't know. There's something about this one, like, because they're normal jerseys that just say Washington Capitals, and it's similar to this. It's just like, that's so meh. It might be my least favorite just because there's not a nice logo on there. It just says Washington Capitals. But here, I don't know. This one just, it works. It just works. But not enough to get higher than 37. But it works. There's Ovi. I don't know if they won that game or not. I forget if they won that game. That's the game where Crosby got hurt really bad. The concussion thing, I think, started with this. He didn't really go out for a long time until Hedman hit him, I think. But yeah, this is the game, I think, where Steckel got him with a headshot, and that's really, I think, the beginning of Crosby's concussion problems when he was going through that a lot, because he missed a lot of at least a couple seasons with that injury. But yeah, that's number 37. But I don't know, for some reason, just this doesn't this doesn't seem as bad as the other Washington jerseys. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Looking at it side by side with these ones, it just ended up here, and I don't know. It's not too bad. But obviously, for me, I love the Screaming Eagle. I think that the Screaming Eagle's the best, and that they should start using the Screaming Eagle again, because, I don't know, that's my opinion at least. Number 36, actually, is what it is. Number 36, Toronto Maple Leafs 2018 Stadium Series jerseys, the ones where they are all white, completely white. But as you can see, even in this picture, oh man, that top stripe's not going all the way across. There's them, how white they look like. But yeah, the stripe doesn't go all the way across anyway. So they're nice jerseys, but they do that thing that irks me, where they don't have the stripe going all the way across and all the way around. I should say all the way around. It goes across the front. But anyway. But yeah, this is the one where they wore all white, and I remember hearing about this and then seeing it, and I'm being like, oh man, like, I'm glad they did this, because most people were like, this is horrible. I think, from what I remember, most people were like, this is horrible. Why would anyone wear all white on white ice? But I thought, I hope they don't do it again, but it is cool to see what it looks like at least once. So I'm glad they did that, actually. And the jersey itself, the white jersey, like, if the stripes went all the way around, like, that would be a nice thing. But obviously I'm docking marks for that, docking positioning for that, because for me, that's just something I do not like, is when they don't go all the way around. Number 35, San Jose Sharks, and this one, I can tell you, was a lot higher before I realized that if you look at Pavelski, who's falling down, number 8 there, you can see that the whole back half of the jersey is all just teal. So that whole front with the white, it's not just the white getting cut off, it's the black bottom as well. It's just all getting cut off, and it's just so bad. But I love the jersey if you just look at it from the front. Like, even the orange, I love the orange around the neck. I think that, I don't know, there's something about that just stands out, that just like, oh man, it's good. But I just cannot believe that they cut it off like that on the back. Like, not only is it the white stripe not going all the way around, it's the black as well. So it's a nice concept. I love the idea of this jersey. That's why it's up so high. It's probably the best that gets cut off so badly. But I'm not sure if it is. I don't remember, actually, but I think it might be. But yeah, again, like I don't know how they could do that. Like I don't know why teams do that. Like why don't they go all the way around? Like especially this one, because sometimes you can see like, okay, we don't see it because their arms are in the way, but this one is like just I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, number 34, Pittsburgh Penguins. I love that captain sign there for Crosby. They don't have the triangle. Would it be better with the triangle? Maybe, but I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool jersey. I like. We'll change it here. Yeah, I like this. I like the numbers. I don't know. It's a nice jersey. 34. Number 33, Chicago Classic one. There it is in game. Happy Boolin. And this was from 2009, so this is before they won the Stanley Cup. This is the year before. Yeah, it's pretty nice. But it's not one of my favorite Blackhawks ones, but it is still really nice. 32, we have the Anaheim Ducks. I don't know. I just really like this one. I like the shininess. I like, in a way, the simplicity of it. But yeah, I don't know. There's yeah, I don't know. I really like it anyway. I'm pretty sure that's Hiller. So 2014, I guess Hiller was still with the Ducks. But yeah, again, I do really like that jersey. Maybe it's because it's shiny. I don't know. I like the shininess of some things, but I think it helps make it look good. Sometimes, obviously not all the time, but yeah. 31. We have Pittsburgh again. I do really like this one. There's Jake Gensel, and so yeah, really nice. The pit. I'm glad. Okay, if I know they had practice jerseys that had the pit there on the front as the main logo, and for some reason I didn't actually remember that was just a practice jersey. I thought they actually wore it in game. But then going through these again, I realized it wasn't. That would have been dead last if it had said that. If it was just Pitt on the front as a main jersey, that would have been really bad. But no, I'm I'm glad they didn't do that. So yeah, this is again from that game where they had. I guess they did it with Colorado too, but they had the big logos on the helmets. I wonder. With their advertising being on the helmets now, what they would do, but just put a bigger ad. No, but anyway, yeah, interesting helmets, but I do really like that jersey. I think it looks really nice, really clean, really sharp. The yellow just does really well to pop out of that black, especially when you see Gensel here wearing it. I do like that a lot. Number 30, Philly. Their 2012 Winter Classic just looks pretty classy. This is one of the better ones from the Flyers, and I don't know. I like it. And there is a literal Philadelphia Flyer. But again, yeah, I think these are pretty nice. Yeah, 29 Edmonton Oilers. Oh yeah, here it is. This is I think this is. And this is not a popular opinion, I don't think, but I think, and I don't like as much when they switched this to Adidas, but the Reebok version with that collar, I love that kind of collar. I think that kind of collar is really cool. But I think this is the Oilers' best home jersey, as in like non-white jersey. I think this is their best one. I like this one the best. The collar the best. The color's the best. This is the McDavid jersey. I think this is one he got drafted in. But yeah. But again, should this be that high up? Because this was one of those jerseys where it was just their jersey, and then they wore it in the Heritage Classic, even though it was just their jersey. So they didn't make anything new for that. So I don't know. That's probably why it's not higher. I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't put it higher, but it is still very high, isn't it? Because I just really like it. There's the team wearing it. I do really like it. And Oilers are my least favorite team, by the way. But there are some jerseys that I do like of them, for sure. Yeah. 28. The Oilers, again, they're vintage. So Yeah, I don't know. I like this one too. I think it's really good, even though it's. I guess at the time this was actually not just their jersey, right? They actually went vintage and did their old thing. So at the time in 2003, this is not what they were wearing. I don't think. I don't think. I actually could be wrong, or maybe they wore it afterwards for a few games. But in general, this was not their main color scheme for their jerseys. They had the more kind of copper. I don't know if it was navy, but it was darker type blue. Which is those are nice jerseys too. But I do prefer this. I think this looks really good. Yeah, and there's Ryan Smith wearing it in game in the very first outdoor. I want to say exhibition, but no, outdoor game that counted for the standings. But yeah, and I believe it did actually count for the standings. I hope I'm not getting that wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure this said all the way back to 2003, what started it all. Although it took a few years to come back. It was 2008 when the first Winter Classic was. So that's when things really got started with the outdoor games. But yeah, 27, Buffalo, the Winter Classic from 2008 when they were against the Penguins. And that is just a really nice jersey. Straight up, that is just really nice. There they are coming out. And yeah, great jersey. And I believe, too, at the time they weren't wearing this, but I'm not 100% sure. They might have been. But I think they had the Buffa Slug. But I feel like they changed to this, and maybe it was a different color, but I feel like they did change to this not too long after. But it might not be the exact thing. But they changed to that style at least. Again, not too long later. 26, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins 2011. I do really like this one, especially the numbers. So there's the numbers on the back. Yeah, I do really like that one. I think it's cool. 25, Chicago 2016. A little bit weird with the collar, but it also, I believe, has to do with their city flag, and so that's kind of cool. And the thing I really like about this one is the numbers on the shoulders. So the numbers are higher than normal, and I think that's really cool. And I think it looks really good, especially on the black as white numbers. I think that looks really good. So, yeah, awesome. 24, the black Philly. I love the black Philly. I do really like this one. I think it's really nice. Yeah. It just, yeah, it's just good. At this point, it's just like, it's just because I like it better than the other ones. So, 23, Chicago, and this is like not like really that different from just their normal white jersey. There you go again. I believe the assistant captain there is a little different than what they normally have on their white jerseys, and they don't usually have the C with the tomahawks. I think those are tomahawks. They don't usually have those there in that position, but they did almost the exact same thing. And so at 22, yeah, basically the same. The C is a little bit lower, I think, and they use a more retro version of their logo. And other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. But I think this one is a little bit nicer, but like just a little bit, because it's just and this is like what, 2 years later, like Chicago's back for another Winter Classic. They're always back for outdoor games, but they also generate probably the most money out of almost any team. You know, maybe I don't know. I'd have to look that up maybe, but yeah. They definitely are on the top level of who makes the most money. But yeah, so there's Artemi Panarin, and yeah, it's a nice jersey. It's really clean. I really like how clean this is, and both of them. But this one I think is the better of the two. But obviously they're side by side because they're almost identical. 21, Colorado. Love this jersey. The numbers on the collar do look a little, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's how many I don't know, something to do with however much makes a mile for the Mile High City. I think that's what it is, altitude or something. Is it in feet? I don't know, because I'm Canadian and I use kilometers, but I don't know if that's how many feet are in a mile, but I'm guessing that's what it is. But yeah, I just love that. I think the striping looks so good. The jersey itself is clean. Like, the numbers do look a little bit out of place, but they don't really take anything away from it. It's just really nice. The Colorado flag C is in the middle, and yeah, that is such a clean looking jersey. Nice looking jersey. There's McKinnon and Landeskog. I guess one of them had just scored. The numbers on the side are huge, but that's just normal Stadium Series stuff, and I don't mind it that much. But yeah, great jerseys. Number 20, the Rangers. This is just a nice, clean-looking jersey, and I don't usually rank wordmark jerseys that highly, but this is a nice one. The colors just look so nice on here. The New York patch looks really cool. And yeah, just in general, the colors are really, you know what, like, I think this is what would look, with the Liberty jersey, I think this is what would look really good, if they did a Liberty jersey like this and put Liberty on there instead. That's my opinion, but like, I think that would look awesome. But even this looks really good. And there they are celebrating. That was 2018. But yeah, great jerseys. There's Ryan O'Reilly. Oh. Anyway, number 19, Pittsburgh Penguins, 2008 Winter Classic. Love the blue. There's a better look at the numbers. Yeah, just love the blue. This is definitely one of the better ones, and I think this is the highest rated Penguins one that I have on here. I think so. But yeah, to me, apart from their like Robo Penguin jerseys, these are like my favorite Penguin jerseys, I think. Unless I'm forgetting that I put something higher, but I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure this is it for Penguins. Watch the next jersey be Penguins. 18. Oh, Detroit. I love these. I think that this is what they should do for alternate jerseys. Because they don't really change anything that much. Like Detroit really doesn't. It's like red and white all the time, some silver. But this is a good change up, I think. I remember when I first saw this one, it was one of my favorites immediately. Like, and I used to think that this was better than their other one where they put the D on it, but man, after looking through them for this, obviously, you know, that hasn't come up yet, so that one's definitely higher up than this one, but I still love this one. Yeah, back in 2009. It's been 11 years. Actually, it could be 12 now, because we're in January. Yeah. Whew. It's a while ago, but it's so nice. 17, Boston Bruins. I love this one. I love that style of the B in the spokes. I love it. I think that looks so good. And then I love the yellow of the jersey. And then there's Sturm and Chara. Blake Wheeler when he was on the Bruins. Imagine if he was still there. But anyway, yeah. I just love it. I love the yellow. I love that B logo. I think that looks so good. And yeah. 16, Calgary Flames Heritage Classic. This is so good. I love this one. I heard some people say that they just did not like this. They thought it was so bad. And I could not disagree more. I think this is such a nice looking jersey. There's Kiprasov. This is a cool picture. I love this picture. But yeah, Kiprasov, the original Robin Regeer, Jerome McGinley, Jay Bouwmeester. Yeah, but anyway, I love that look. I really love that look. Great look. Here's the Canucks. And yeah, they are they're my favorite team. I know they always lose in this jersey. It seems like they did anyway. But it does go back to their only Stanley Cup for this city, which was before the NHL. But it is a good history. Like it represents a good history, at least, even though recently when they've worn this specific thing, it did not turn out that great, I don't think. That's when we had Tortorella. But anyway, yeah, I still think, even though this jersey kind of isn't the best for Canucks fans of this time, I still love it. I think it looks super good. I think it's such a nice jersey. I remember when, I think it was the Vancouver Giants wore this kind of jersey. They used this, and I remember thinking, man, the Canucks need to use this. They need to do it. And then they did for a Heritage Classic, which was awesome. I thought that was going to be so exciting, and then we didn't do too well, and but I don't know. I do really love this jersey. I think it looks so good. And and there's Luongo. Yeah, has a nice mask ready for the game. Yeah, if I remember correctly, he did not play in this game, and that's why it's kind of sad. And then he left not too long after. Those are dark times for us. Anyway, 14. Devils. Yeah. Love green. Red and green should never be seen again is not something I would ever say. I love when the Devils have the green, and so that's why this is so high. There's Brodeur. Yeah, I just love that. I think that, I don't know if it should be their normal jersey, but I think it looks better anyway. If it became their normal jersey, maybe it'd be too much. You'd just see it all the time, and it would kind of wear off on us, but I do like it. I think this is so good. And I do think it's the best Devils jersey. Well, at least in terms of that style with the green and red. 13. And I have Chicago. Shiny Chicago. Chicago in black looks really good, and I think this is no exception. This is so nice, and I mean, it's not that different from their normal black jersey, but it's different enough, and it's still an amazing jersey. Here's Patrick Kane in the Winter Classic. This is 2014. Oh, not the Winter Classic, Stadium Series. Sorry. This is a Stadium Series. Yeah, Chicago's just in every outdoor game. 12, we have the Washington Capitals Winter Classic from 2015. I love this jersey. Think it looks so good. And it's a logo. Like, I would say that's a logo. I don't think it's like, I mean, it is kind of a word mark, but at least they're not. It's so much better than their normal logo. At least I think. There's Ovi wearing it, and yeah, great jersey. Number 11, Detroit, and I love this. And again, I said I used to love that other D jersey a lot more, but this just looks so good. Like, I don't know. To me, that just looks so good. That's from 2016. I can't believe that's that recent. But anyway, yeah, great jersey, unreal, and yeah, just awesome. Now we're going into the top 10. So at number 10, I have the Boston Bruins from 2019. Great jersey. Love it. Super clean. Kind of reminds me of Bumblebees, but honestly, like, still so nice. Very classic as well. Definitely a winter classic type thing. And yeah, just an all-around great jersey. Number 9, Winnipeg Jets. Love the Winnipeg Jets jerseys like this. Love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, they're absolutely here. And with those pants too, like, doesn't that just look so good? I feel like I'm so biased because I just love the Jets jerseys and stuff. Except for their home jersey. Their normal home jersey, I feel like, is a little lackluster. And I feel like this would be way better as a home jersey for them. And I like their away jersey, but I feel like the away jersey like this would also be way better. So, yeah. Anyway, great stuff. Number 8, Calgary Flames. they went back to this year. I think that's a great decision. They look so good out there. Like, look at that. That is just, yeah, good old classic Flames, but even made more more better is what I was gonna say. Made even better. Made even better. The Adidas way of doing this looks so nice. Looks so up to date, and that red Flames on that white just pops so much. Love it. Number 7, got Montreal. Yeah, great jersey again. Love this. Love when the stripe goes all the way around. But just that classic look with the white, it's different enough, but it's so nice. And there's PK. Love the globes. The globes look so good too. Just everything about that is so good. Number 6, the Ottawa. I love this one. It looks so clean, and it's the O. And I do like that they went back to their 2D logo. I think those jerseys look really good, but to me, this is probably the best one that they have, and I think this should come back, and they should be wearing this as well. I really do. I think that should happen, and they can rotate through 4 jerseys. That's fine, but I think this should come back for sure. Unreal jersey, great jersey, and there it is on the players, on Brassard, and I'm not sure who number 18 was, but but yeah, awesome. NHL 100 celebrating 100 years, and yeah, definitely had to have Senators during that. That's so good. Like, isn't that just such a nice jersey? Like, anyway, number 5. I have Buffalo. I love this. I think the NY on there looks good. I think that jersey just looks so clean. It pops. It's the right colors. The 2 stripes are nice. I just love this one. There's like Pozo outside. Great jersey. And then you see the saber on the side there. The saber. It's not the saber. That's the buffalo. The buffalo on the side there also looks really nice. And I think just overall, it's just such a clean, nice jersey. Great for the outdoor classic, the winter classic. And yeah, just unreal. Number 4, St. Louis. Love the blue. That's basically why it's there, but it pops so well with the yellow. I love that sweatery neck as well. Some of the other ones had that too. Montreal had that. I think one of the Boston ones had it too. But yeah, great. Love it. I think that's so cool. And yeah, there is it in action, and I just love how that looks. I just think that looks so good. Number 3, Minnesota. And I didn't think this would be that high. I knew I really liked this jersey, but I didn't think it would be this high. Yet it's Minnesota, and it just looks so good. The logo obviously is so good. To me, that is my favorite logo, other than the Florida Panthers old one, which technically in this year will be in use. But apart from that, I love this. I think this is the best logo in the league, best main logo right now in the league. And yeah, and so the jersey with the colors around it looks so good. And I know the numbers are humongous. Like, here's Eric Holla. Those numbers are huge. They're giant. I don't care. The colors are so good. The striping is so good. And to me, I think this is way better than their home jersey. I really do. I think this is way better than their home jersey, where the thing doesn't go all the way around. The stripe doesn't go all the way around, of course. But I do. I like this better. I like the striping better. And it's so high. And I didn't think it would be this high, but I just kept looking at them next to all the other ones, and it was just so much better. Like, it's just so good. So yeah, and that's what they wore against the Chicago City ones, I guess. Anyway, it's a nice looking game that was. Number 2, and so you'll probably know what number 1 is after this, by process of elimination. And also, if you've watched my other video from 2 years ago, it's not changed. There's some things that have changed, but no, not a lot. Number 2, though, Chicago Black. That wasn't around when I made the last video. That is unreal. My favorite Chicago jersey out of any of them. I think it looks so clean, so nice. And there's Cam Ward and Seabrook. I just think that's just nice. It pops so well. And yeah. And I love those kind of collars, too. I think those collars are really nice, too. But anyway. Number 1, still the Winnipeg Jets, and I don't penalize this because this is what they actually brought for their Heritage Classic, and they used it afterwards because it was such a favorite. But again, I like this one better than the current one because of that neck thing. I love that neck thing, how it goes around like that, and then underneath. I think that looks so cool. So yeah, this is my favorite jersey of all time out of any team. And so, yeah, no surprise that it's up at the top here. But yeah, absolutely awesome. And I think even with the, I don't know. I'm starting to really like that Florida reverse retro a lot. But no, I think this is still higher. And out of all the jerseys that are still in the league, I think this would still be the best one. That's still being worn. I think they still wear it. I think they're still going to wear it this year. They better. It's their best one. They should switch to this instead of their other one and use maybe their away jersey as a third. And then they have the other one. That's the blue that says Jets with the jet as part of the writing. There's another picture. Either way, to me, this is the best. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say, and I said it in 50 minutes. Wow, that took a long time. But anyway, yeah, that's all. Jets are on top, and Jets are my favorite in this and in any out of any jersey. Once again, so not that at least has not changed since the video I made 2 years ago. Anyway, that's it.